What is up, everybody? Okay, Wario time here today. And today, we're going to react to scary horror story. Hey, shut up. Oh, excuse me, Knuckles. Oh, I'm sorry, Knuckles. Good one, Wario. All of you, shut up. Me too. No, no, not you. Those two. Oh, thank you, Hawk. Welcome. Oh, thank you, Hawk. Yes, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Sorry about that, guys. All right, Tails here. And today, Kong Spideyzilla got us reacting to more Mr. Nightmare horror stories. Yes, again. We're gonna make a part 2 to this, but it's not gonna be the same video because we're gonna be reacting to the other guy, What Lurks Beneath. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare and What Lurks Below. Yes, and that's right, Ock. And we don't want this to drag on like the other ones, because too long. I mean, you guys want the reaction? That's what you guys want, and that's what we're going to give it to you. Shrek, do you mean that's what we're going to give to you? Oh, sorry, my bad, Tails. Yeah, or should I say, Tutel Donkey? Why do you call all of us donkey? It makes no sense. Well, it makes sense that you call me that because I'm Donkey Kong. So yeah, yes you are. You are Donkey Kong. There you go. I'm not meaning to rush you guys, but I got some stuff to do today, and I wanna get to the reaction. Why be patient, Knuckles? Well, it's very funny that you should say that because I'm more of a patient warrior than you. He is right. Shut up, Panda. Let it go, Wario. All right, let's get on with the reaction video. You heard Tails. Let's do it. Three, two, one, and go. Did you just cut me off? Get on with it.
This video is going to be a little different from my others, in that I'm going to focus on one story instead of three. Now, to begin, everyone knows what a crawl space is, whether you have one or you don't. An unoccupied, narrow space within a home between the ground and the first floor, usually in place of a basement and used for storage. Usually, the
That's actually
scariest
pretty
thing you'd find in
cool.
a crawl space would be rodents or giant spider crickets jumping at you. But
Really,
Jake
Poe? You never
finds
heard of
something
one?
much more disturbing than any
No,
creepy
I
creatures
haven't.
in his crawl space.
Oh,
In the
okay.
nice area of Firestone, Colorado, Jake owns his own house where his girlfriend lives with him. Jake had met his girlfriend, who remains nameless, at a comedy club in town, and the two hit it off and would eventually start to date. At some point during this time,
Wait, I
Jake
can see
began
where
to think
this is
about her
going.
old abusive ex. She described her ex as a ticking
Oh,
time bomb,
fudge.
how he could at times be very sweet, and that she loved his more gentle side, but that he could switch to a completely different person just like a flick of a switch.
Yes,
Jake's own
unfortunately, you
weird
got to
personality
be
traits.
careful,
He's a very aggressive,
you
scary
know,
man who would do things like
with
fight bouncers at bars or punch holes in walls with
romantic
anger, or even
relationships.
sometimes get physical
I
with
wish
her,
there was an
which
easier
she
way.
believed rather easily.
Hmm.
Things would become so rocky between the two that eventually she would end things with her ex,
Really,
but he
Knuckles?
didn't take that
That
too
was
well.
you?
She feared that her
Yeah,
ex
I
would
can
start
talk
with
like
her
that at
parents'
time.
house at late hours
My
of the
voice
night,
switches for some
and
reason,
she or her parents would
where it
be
sounds
around
like
in the
this.
backyard, like the gate slamming shut or the backyard chainsaw
Kind of like
noise.
this.
Her ex disabled all
Oh,
of
I
her
get it,
home
because the
software
new
after
movie,
their
right?
breakup, and she
Yeah.
became so concerned for her well being that she decided to move in with her current boyfriend, Jake. Now, you may be wondering, what does this have to do with anything? Well, on one regular night that Jake's girlfriend wasn't in the house with him, he was in his living room when he heard noises from in the crawl space. He moved from his living room to his kitchen and sat at the island for a
Oh
while,
no.
continuing to listen and hearing strange occasional thumping sounds from directly below him. It was at this time that he started
Defend
to record a
yourself.
video for his Snapchat story, assuming what he was hearing
Wow,
was an
fart
animal of
on
some
him.
kind, such as a raccoon.
Really, Wario? You're disgusting. Shut up, Hawk. The video's playing. What will she? What, Mario? I'm scared. What have I thought? Oh, Wario, don't talk about that. Luigi, shut up. I really hope there's not a jump scare. There better not be one, or else Wario farts. Oh, come on, you heard that? Shut up. I did. Okay, be quiet. I do not like where this is going. Jump scare's coming. I know it. I feel my gut. You know what I feel in my gut? Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Wario. I'm sorry, Waluigi. If it happens, it happens.
As he enters his crawl space, he stops recording for a second so that he can take another video with the flash on so that he can navigate the crawl space.
No,
The
I
crawl
do not
space
like
is
where this is
completely
going.
empty aside from some boxes
Brace yourself,
shoved
Diddy.
into one corner.
Sorry, Donkey Kong.
Jake says when he saw these boxes this way, he was confused because
That's my
he
nephew's
wasn't
name.
moving them that way.
I know. You know, we have another character on the show called Diddy Kong's clone, you know. Yeah. I know it's not the real Diddy Kong, but you know. My heart is racing. No, don't go there. Don't go there. Paul, why'd you do that? I got scared. You're the Dragon Warrior. You shouldn't be scared. Oh, you found my hand, Wario. You stupid beep jump scares. I hate them. Hey, you're not bad at fighting, though. I'll admit that. Thank you. For once, somebody respects my gas. You're weirdos. If anybody does that again, I'm punching them in the face. That was either you, Shrek, Wario, or Poe. This is the thing I hate about jump scares, that you know it's coming, but you just do not win. Imagine if Luigi's here, he'll have a heart attack. Oh, I think I understand why Luigi's scared of this thing. Now, Waluigi, don't become like the guy with Luigi, okay? You know that's not nice, you know. I'm sorry, that doesn't make no sense. You're a villain, and I'm an anti-hero. Why are you the good one? Spoiler, you ever seen No Way Home? No. I win. Ball, beep! Sorry, Bo. I can get very... I can get anger issues at times. Luckily, they calmed down after, you know, the situation in the movie happened. Alright, let's get back to the video. Wait. Better. Are you gonna do that every time he farts? Yes, I can't stand those things. I can't blame you. Let's get back to the video. Quit wasting your time. Shut up.
Expands further down. Jake says he heard a noise in one corner, like pebbles being scraped on the concrete floor. As he heard the noise, he turned to the corner, where he saw the terrifying sight of a hunched-over man dressed in all black, who was hiding in the corner behind a wall, now getting up and approaching Jake. Jake's scream sounded like a legitimate scream from somebody witnessing something as disturbing as an intruder hiding in their crawl space and then basically lunging at them. The video cuts out seconds later, as being that it was a Snapchat video. Once he let go of the record button, the video stopped. At this point, Jake explained that he ran back to the ladder of the crawl space, and as he climbed up, the man grabbed his foot and tried to pull him down. But Jake managed to kick his way out of the grip and slam the crawl space door.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the door to the closet
that can work. And I'm happy for this guy that he got alive. Yes, he did got it alive. Good luck to him. Me, I would have pooped my pants. Too much detail, Waluigi. I don't blame Waluigi. Thank you.
house
You
after
understand me
Barbara.
more than that
The house
reddy
chief
kid
told
over
the
there.
911 operator
Hey,
about the break-in.
right, cut it out.
Police came to the house, conducted a quick investigation, and a police report was created for the incident. Jake's girlfriend refused to come to the house after hearing of the incident because she swore left and right that the man had to be her ex. It's impossible to make out any notable facial features on the man in the video. Jake says he saw that the man was wearing a black mask and his head was covered by a hood, which you can kind of see in the video. Jake also described the man to have a very tall-looking, intimidating stature, despite his hunched-over posture in the crawl space. Jake's girlfriend's ex was a very tall man, and
You
upon
know what will
watching
be
the video,
scary?
she
More
swears he looks
scarier?
just like his body.
What?
Of course, this is just speculation on her part.
Seeing me in
Without
there
solid
saying
evidence, we're legally
somebody
unable to give
once
people a
told
leg to
me.
stand on as
Really,
far as
Shrek?
pressing charges. In the video,
What? I'm
though,
just trying to lighten
loud
up the
thumping
mood.
and hammering type sounds could be heard in the beginning.
That'll be more scarier,
And after
but
investigating,
not as
it turned out
scary
that
as
the intruder
me.
had ripped through some of the
Wah.
insulation of the crawl space and had been hammering at some of the holes
Quiet.
in the ceiling of the crawl space,
You
and
quiet.
also some of the pipes. It's unknown why he was doing this.
Alright, let's pay
Police also
attention. Let's pay
discovered that the
attention.
key that the couple hides in one of their sheds outside was missing, which already revealed how the intruder got inside. It might insinuate that the man who broke in
Man, you
had
need
been
to
living in
lock
the house
those
for a
beep
while.
things up.
Jake changed the locks on the door that same
I don't
day,
see
and his girlfriend
what the
decided
heck's
to
the
return
big
to the
deal.
house, worried that it's now being stalked by her crazy ex-boyfriend.
First time,
Jake
Waluigi,
visits to
I
put a
agree
Ring
with you.
doorbell
They
camera
should lock
recently,
that up.
and on several occasions,
I agree with you,
he's gotten a
TK.
notification from his Alexa device that there's someone at his front door, but there's never anybody actually there, not visibly at least. While there isn't any solid evidence as to who the intruder was, it may be a strong possibility that it is in fact her ex-boyfriend. What started as a guy simply trying to get a funny Snapchat story of what he assumed to be a raccoon in his crawl space turned into something much more horrifying. The start of a nightmare, even.
Really? It would have been
Jake said he would
scary,
keep me
just
updated
scary
on the
seeing a
matter,
raccoon in
and if
there.
any new information comes up,
Waluigi, don't
consider making
become
a
like
follow-up video if
Luigi.
you'd be interested.
Alright, guys, we're going to react to this one called Hostile Horror Stories. Now, this is a one that's going to be interesting because Kong Spideyzilla himself never actually saw this one before. Well, this is going to be an interesting. Well, yeah, let's do it. Hit the video.
A hostel is a form of low-cost, short-term
This should be
lodging
interesting.
where guests share a multi-bed dormitory with a number of
Yeah.
other people. Often the beds are in the form of bunk beds, and the rooms are meant to fit as many people as possible so as to create for a cheaper alternative to hotels and Airbnbs. These rooms can be single or mixed gender, and they can have private or shared bathrooms. Hostels are a common go-to for solo travelers who aren't looking to spend a lot of money on a hotel, or for people who only really plan on using the place to sleep and not really hang out. The three stories you're about to hear were recounted by solo travelers who stayed in hostels and had not so great experiences with the people they were sharing their rooms with. I was for a while talking to this French girl that I matched on some dating app after my breakup. We were texting for a while, then started calling and FaceTiming each other almost every night. We connected really well, but she came from a strict family who she still lived with, so when the idea of me visiting her came up, she made it clear she wouldn't be able to host me, and when I asked if she'd want to share a hotel room together, she said not the first couple nights after we met just because her parents would have a freak out. So since I was only 23 and my pockets weren't stuffed, I booked a stay at a hostel not far from her in Paris. I downloaded a couple movies to watch on the 7-hour flight since I already knew I wouldn't be able to sleep. I never can on flights.
Man, I would have
But
lost
I
my
was right.
patience.
I tried to
Shut
be patient
up.
and get close. So by the time I landed and then Ubered to the hostel, I was running on 0 hours of sleep within the past
Shut up.
24 hours.
Shut up. You're telling me to
Was
shut up,
exhausted.
Wario?
Due to the 6-hour time
Yeah,
difference,
quiet.
it was also like 3 in the morning. So at least that meant I could just go crash in the bed in the hostel and I wouldn't be jet lagged the
Fine.
next day.
Okay,
I
guys.
arrived to the hostel, which admittedly wasn't the
Quiet,
nicest
you dumb
place
fucks.
ever. It was small. There was a certain
Enough.
odor to the lobby. The front desk worker wasn't too enthusiastic about
Pay attention,
the service,
guys.
but it was 3 a.m. after all, so I had to cut him some slack.
Oh, heck no. 3 a.m. No. No, you need to get out of the house right now.
5 of them empty. One
Don't
had
you mean a
nice
hostel,
seats.
Shrek?
He was on his laptop.
Same thing.
playing something.
How is it the same
He looked up
thing?
at me, then back down at his laptop.
Okay.
I said, hey, but he didn't respond back. He seemed invested in what he was doing, so I just laid down in one of the empty beds. But the light to the room was still on. I asked him if it was okay that I shut off the light. Then he looked at me with a blank expression but didn't say anything. I repeated what I said, assuming he didn't hear me, and He nodded his head with this weird smile, so I got up and turned off the lights to the room. I passed out
That
pretty
can't be
quickly due
good.
to my lack of sleep, but
You
surprisingly,
thought
I
you
woke
think
up a couple
pills?
hours later. The room was still dark,
Yes,
but I didn't know for sure what
Waluigi.
woke me up.
Duh, back at you.
I rolled over to my side and looked around the room. It was
I'm sorry,
almost
but
pitch
quiet.
black, but I could see that all the beds were empty.
We know for
All of them.
Davis, whatever.
There was the two bunk beds next to me were empty, top and bottom, but I knew something had to have woken me up. I looked on my phone. It was 5 in the morning.
Don't check what woke
I
you up.
needed
Just
sleep.
fall
I
asleep.
was screaming. You
You
probably
never know
know
what's a
that.
criminal and he
My
could steal your
steps down
stuff.
the hall woke me up.
Yeah, Waluigi, you
Putting
could
my phone to
defend
the side, I
yourself.
closed my eyes. The mild traffic noises from outside was all that I heard.
You're right.
The bed shook a bit, and I heard a little crack of the metal frame.
Oh no.
This freakish
No, no,
knocking
no.
sound. I looked up in horror, and on top of me, I saw a head peering over the edge of the top bunk, looking into the bottom bunk at me. I could see the
Whoa.
same creepy smile on his face, and his medium to longish black hair was drooping down
Punch him in the
below
face.
the top of his head as he hung upside
Yeah,
down.
Knuckles.
It was a horrifying sight that words really can't explain. I screamed and fell off the bed as I realized what I was looking at. He sat up in the top bunk and continued looking at me. I screamed,
No.
"What the F are you
No.
doing?" as I threw
No.
something at him. He started to laugh, this really strange, off-putting laugh. I immediately turned the light on and went through my stuff to make sure nothing was stolen, while watching him at the same time. I then heard
That
a
is
click
so
of the phone around me
uncomfortable.
as I looked at him as he was holding his phone up to me, clearly
Creepy.
a picture of me. He was still laughing while looking at me.
Weirdo.
Something was wrong with this man. I didn't know if he had some screws loose.
I just want to jump in the story and just punch him in the face.
I zipped up my bag
I wish you
and went to
can,
the front
Knuckles. I
desk
wish
and
you can.
requested a different room immediately, one of the single private rooms. After explaining why and trying to get a reduced rate, he wouldn't budge, but he said he'd check on the room with the guest that I was just in. I didn't call the police because I didn't know if any laws were broken, but I sure as hell left a review of the hostel.
It don't matter. Go to the police. What the heck is about that? What's going on about that? It doesn't matter. Yeah, call the police. Don't yell it too loud or somebody would actually call the police. Dells, dummy, the doors are locked. The windows are shut. This room's door's closed. Hello, dummy. You're supposed to be a smart one. I know it may seem like it, but they can still hear us, you know. Oh, yeah. A bunch of good experiences, and now it's all ruined. Gotta hate it when that happens. Yes, Octavius, yes.
It was my first time ever visiting Rome. I was completely inexperienced to the landscape and relied heavily on
Rome.
maps and locals.
That's interesting.
Even finding the hostel itself proved challenging, as there were no signs for the place outside. But once I found the place, I let myself in through the big brown doors and was greeted by a nice woman working the front counter. I had already booked a stay in one of the rooms. I was led to the
Remember, when it comes to this world, you can't really trust anybody. We'll put all your trust in anybody.
totaling sleeping space for 4 people. The room had a green theme to it, but it wasn't the biggest room.
Are you saying that she might be secretly a killer or a criminal? Could be. Who knows? Maybe she's actually a nice woman. We'll have to see.
She showed me where I could store my luggage, which was actually just some shed in the back garden area. I wasn't impressed or confident with it, so I decided
Don't you dare. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. Shut up.
So after changing clothes and stowing my luggage under the
Want me to put you in the face like Knuckles wanted to? Oh, I can challenge you to a fist fight right now, but you're lucky that we're just reacting. Shut up! Or else I'll give yourselves a good fist to face myself. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, guys, but you have to be quiet, alright? You're right, Tails. Oh, thank you, Tails. Welcome.
He wasn't a toothpick either. I could see the resemblance in their faces. They were very tan, but both had receding hairlines, even though I could tell they were in their early 20s. They weren't the friendliest looking guys, but at first they seemed okay enough. After getting acquainted in English with them, the two brothers started to talk amongst themselves in Italian. They didn't know that I understood, though, because right away I understood them to be talking about me and laughing at me. I heard, I believe, Margot describing me as some silly white boy. I could have said something right there in Italian,
That
but
is
instead I
so.
wanted to keep it
That
clean
is
that I
just.
didn't speak the language.
Oh, I can't even say the word because this is
Mia
supposedly a
smiling
PG to
gently at me
PG
as we
13
left.
channel.
I just
So
realized they didn't have their luggage in the room,
wow,
which led me to believe they left their luggage in the storage shed in the garden area.
I, I have nothing to say.
I went to the garden area for a bit just to
Me
explore
neither.
some of the people sitting out
Neither
there.
do I.
I met a few nice
Me
tourists who were
neither.
also staying there for the weekend. Then off I went to explore the city, heading in the direction of city center. After
It's a
many
nice looking
hours of eating
place.
food stops later, I returned to
That
the
is a nice
hostel,
view,
expecting
Tails.
some
That
people to
is a
be
nice view.
socializing in the lounge area
Yes, it
or in the
is.
back garden, but there was no one.
Beautiful
So I
view.
figured I'd just get some
I agree
early
with you,
shut eye.
DK.
It was 9 p.m. anyway. I don't remember when I fell asleep, but I remember waking up. The lights in the room were still off, but I heard whispering voices. The brothers were back. I didn't
Shoot.
listen to what they were saying.
Shoot
They
indeed,
were speaking
Shrek.
in Italian. One of them whispered something that roughly translated to, just grab it, or are you gonna do it? I didn't know what
Uh,
it meant. I assumed
Italian?
they were talking about my luggage. I was
Whoa.
waiting to hear the sound of my luggage being moved before I
Uh-oh.
would let them know I was awake.
This is
But
about to get
instead,
chaotic.
I felt a sweet smelling, cold and wet cloth being pressed up to my face, and I reacted by yelling and swatting it off my face. I turned to see one of the brothers standing over me.
Ugh.
What are you doing? The man over me, I couldn't tell which one it was, then got on the lower bed with me and tried to subdue me. I kicked him off and screamed for
Oh.
help.
Oh.
Another brother pulled him away from me, and the two men took off out of the room. I quickly
Yeah,
grabbed
you
my
better
phone and
run.
shoes and went to the front desk for help.
Yeah,
The man who was
Wario.
working now said he saw the two guys leave, but there was no information on them even staying there. They were two random locals who were trying to rob visitors to the hostel. They tried to literally chloroform
Or
me.
should I say chunk
I didn't
donkey?
stay there after that, of course.
Shut
I'm
up!
sure they've upped their security now, but when I stayed there, clearly anybody could have just walked right in.
I'm serious.
No one
One
else
more
was
time.
there. They
One more
chloroformed
time.
me up
I'm
and
gonna
bed.
beat you
After this,
down.
I started being more careful of the hostels I'd stay at.
Yeah, whatever, fat green ogre. One more time, and you're out. Just shut up!
I once went to Miami Beach by myself for the Art Basel, and to just escape the cold. My friend Mia would be there with her boyfriend, and I'd meet up with them, but I wasn't staying with them. Hotels and Airbnbs in Miami aren't cheap, though, especially if you're flying solo. So I went with this hostel called Bikini Hostel. It's like in the heart of Miami Beach, and it was pretty crowded. Even the check in lobby had some people in it. It had a younger vibe, mostly people in their 20s. Some people seemed to be there in groups, others solo like me. I didn't spend too much time in the hostel, though. It was only meant as a place to sleep for me. The place had lockers that you could put your bags in, so I was able to be gone the entire day with peace of mind. It wasn't until that first night that I returned and met some of the people in the room with me. I was in a mixed dorm, meaning both male and females, though I was actually the only female in the room. I wasn't necessarily uncomfortable with that. I wasn't really there for the people, more so just the money saved. I met about three of the however many people were actually staying in the room. The next morning, I woke up. The first thing I did was look for my phone, which I thought I left on the bed. I looked all over
Oh
the bed
no.
for it. Someone had to have
No.
taken it. I
No.
started asking
No.
everybody if anybody had
No.
it.
No.
I asked the guy in the bed
Oh,
next to me to call my
that's
number
one of the
and
worst
see if
things
he
you
could hear
can
it ring,
lose.
but no one could.
If there's
I
electronic
started
wise,
questioning if maybe I
Haha.
didn't bring it back to the room after all. I borrowed the same guy's phone to call my friend Mia and tell her I lost my phone and
Oh
that was the
no.
only place we wanted to hit. I checked the entire room one last time, then
That's
checked
why
with
you
the
should
front
keep it
desk and
on you
asked them
at
to call
all
me up and see if
costs.
anyone could
Come
charge my
on.
phone in. Then I left to meet Mia at this place on Collins Avenue to get brunch with her and her boyfriend. While there, I used Mia's phone to sign into iCloud to check Find My iPhone. It said the last known location was at the hostel 2 hours ago. That gave me some form of relief, because maybe I left it in my bag or the locker or something. We went back to the hostel together and looked everywhere in the room, including the locker and my bag. It didn't turn up, and this made absolutely no sense. But I wasn't going to let it ruin my trip. We walked to the convention center, which was where the Art Basel was being held. After leaving hours later, we grabbed a late lunch or early dinner and hit a couple bars afterwards. At some point, I checked Find My iPhone on Mia's phone again, and this time it said my phone had moved. It was basically right on top of us. Mia and her
Ooh, I
boyfriend
don't like
walked
the
out,
sound of that.
making sure I don't have
Me
it with
neither,
me.
Tails.
I told them I
Me
absolutely did
neither.
not. around for anyone who might have my phone, but what would I even look for? I put my phone into lost mode,
Not
but I knew
good.
someone had
Not
it.
good at all.
Mia's boyfriend screamed out, "Did anybody find a lost phone?" But no one came forward. Though everyone looked at us and some people laughed, that's for sure. We tried calling my phone a bunch of times, and though it would ring, no one picked up. I went back to the hostel when it was dark out to change clothes. As I was walking back, I was starting to accept that maybe my phone wasn't going to be returned to me. But the entire walk back, I felt like this weird looking guy was following me. He took every
Oh,
single U-turn
heck
I made.
no.
Not
Heck
only did he notice
no.
that I noticed,
No
he was
way,
very
donkey.
suspicious
No
he
way.
was following me.
No way. Nope. Nope. That's
I
it.
got back to the room
Nope.
and went on my laptop before getting changed to find my iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that
No
my phone
way.
was back in the
No
hostel,
way.
I was excited because I thought maybe they were returning it. I checked the
No.
front desk
No.
and nothing.
No.
I asked a bunch of people around
Who
me,
cares about your phone,
no one
lady?
had it.
Sorry,
Listen,
your phone is
I
important,
went to
but
the
your life is infinitely
so
more
I went to
important than just
Instagram on my
electronic.
laptop and
Yes, I
started
said it.
DMing Mia to keep her updated on when I'd be
You
ready to
said it,
take them
Tails.
out. I went to take a quick shower, then changed into more going out appropriate attire. When I came out for the bathroom and back into the room, I was shocked to see that man that I thought was following me was sitting in one of the beds on his phone. There were two other guys
Oh,
in the room with
creepy.
us at that moment, but I had a scary thought, so I hurried to DM Mia to call my phone right now. She said okay, and then I heard the sound of a phone vibrating in a pocket or on a bed. I looked up at the guy, who suspiciously looked back at me at the same time as if
Run!
saying, "Now tell
Run!
me everything."
Run!
I started yelling, "Give me my
Get,
phone.
get the heck
Tell
out
me
of
that
there!
I got you," to him. The other two guys in the room helped me and demanded the guy empty his pockets and give me my phone.
Oh,
He listened and took out a phone. Sure enough, my phone. I snatched it from his hand and told the other two guys that he
good.
had been following me all
Get
day
out of here,
and was purposely
donkeys.
avoiding returning my phone, which he probably took while I was asleep.
Hope you get
He then set
arrested
off to the rest
someday.
of the building with his backpack, never returning. I made friends with the two guys who helped me. Their names were Mark and Paulo. I
Cool.
had them come out with me to meet up with Mia. I'm grateful they were there because I wonder how things would have played out differently if they weren't. I also recommend keeping your phone and valuables in a very safe place if you
There you
ever stay in
go.
a hostel.
Good message of the story.
Generally be aware of the people around
You
you.
said it, Tails. Well, that is it for this video. So stay tuned for another video, which will be part 2, but it's a different video, so I guess you can't really call it that. So yeah, without further ado, that is it, guys. The typical whole thing, blah blah blah. Subscribe to Kong Spideyzilla if you like the content and he does on his channel. And well, if you like this video, go ahead and like it. And if you dislike this video, I am going to come into your room like the boogeyman, hide in your closet, and then I'll make noise, and then you'll go there, check it out, and I'm gonna shove my butt right in your face and fart. That's it for today. Stay tuned.